Alright, now that I have the shim stack that I want, go ahead and mount it back on. Biggest thing is not to drop everything and just line everything up. So now I've got the piston on. Go mount your nut on. And just so you know, if you'll see there's a like a step off on the nut that goes against piston. Go ahead and tighten it down. Okay, next thing I want to do, since we're all done with the piston, is we need to remove the IFP, the internal flow piston. So you just screw on your little adapter valve to that IFP port. And cover the end. Get a pump. There you go. So now the piston. Okay, now that we've removed this internal floating piston, we need to stick it back in. And Shox has a chart for the different shock lengths. So this particular one is a 200 by 57, and they recommend this IFP needs to go down to 67.2 millimeters from the top. So you just go ahead and stick it back in. I'm gonna smear a little slick honey. Again, this is not a rebuild. I'm not planning on replacing the O-rings quite yet, because this is all new to me. So just kind of stuck slick honey on there. Go ahead, gently stick the piston back in. Alright, so stick it back in, and you want, for this particular one, it wants to go in 67.2 millimeters. So it's a little past that, so let me redo it. And 67.2. Oops. What is that? So just go real slow. Okay. So I got it down to 67.2. That's what it looks like. Next, you want to go ahead and replace the Schrader valve. So take your little tool, stick it in, just carefully thread it on. Okay. Now that we got the IFP where we want to go ahead and top off your dampener body with suspension fluid. The Shox recommends 3 weight. I'm going to change it to 2.5 weight to see if it speeds things up, in addition to the shim removal. So you just want to fill up right to the top. Okay, so now that we have your dampener body topped off, we'll go ahead and stick the piston in and the air seal head, main seal head on also. So what you want to do is go ahead and slide this all the way down, and then go ahead and screw it right on top, and you'll have fluid kind of spill out, and then stuff will come out of that bleed port there. So go ahead and screw it down. And make sure when you're screwing it you don't grab the shaft, but you're twisting from this. Okay. Now that you got that down, go ahead and torque it down to spec. I don't have a torque wrench for it, so I remember it was tight when I originally got it off. But alright. So now that I have it on there, so that you guys can see, there's that bleed port we were talking about earlier, and remember that 1/8 inch nylon ball here, hard to see, but go ahead and stick it down in there. So it's down there. Okay, now it's in there. You take your, go ahead, get your set screw, go ahead, thread it on there, and you want it to thread it on to a point where the tip just touches the ball, and then another half turn. So just kind of carefully. So there it's touching the ball. So another half turn. There. There you go. Next we need to pressurize the dampener body, so you take your adapter. And they recommend 250 psi, so we'll go up to 250. Now, once you got it charged, go ahead and put your IFP port cap back on. And use your Schrader valve tool. Next part, we'll put the air can back on. So let's not forget the bottom out bumper, or top out bumper. Slide that back on. The other thing is, I'm going to use a little silicone around the air seal. Next, they're recommending Loctite on the threads here. Then go ahead and thread this up. So I'm going to put a little slick honey on the inside. I'm struggling a little bit to get it on, so. Alright. Then they recommend putting about 0.3 cc's of their oil in there, which is, I believe, a 1550 oil. But since I don't have that, I'm going to just use flip fluid.
Girls kill us. Girls.
And go ahead, thread it back on there. Okay, so that's on there now. And go ahead and take your actually recommending torquing it down with a 17mm wrench on the top to 150 pounds of torque. I'm just going to use my strap wrench again. Give it a little twist, and that should be good enough. Again, just put it on there, twist it. Okay, go ahead, replace the straighter valve and this air port here. There it is, reinstalled on the bike. I'll just write something in the comment section of this video as soon as I get a chance to test it out. Alright, thanks for watching.